And welcome back, everyone. iTalk 106.7 FM, the voice of the mountain. I'm your host, Jineane Ford. We're continuing our conversation with Mark Osterman, and he is the head of that Stop Lava Run group. But now there's so many projects. It's just basically stopping wind and solar or giving us some protections or slowing it down. And we mentioned that there was some good news last night that the commission voted on a 120-day moratorium. But now the Board of Supervisors in Apache has to approve that 120-day moratorium. So we'll see what happens with that, and we'll be keeping you posted. But Mark, we were talking about stuff. And you know what? Before we get started with the rest of it, I wanted to call attention. There's a picture, and I'm going to post it today, of these children out front that were there yesterday with their posters. Tell us what that was like when you saw that.
Oh, when I walked up there and I seen that, it was fantastic. I mean, what we're doing, that's what it's all about. And it's for the next generations. And to see these children out there, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old, and holding up these handmade signs that they made for against the windmills was a sight to see. It was wonderful.
It was very sweet. Save our lands. Because that's what this is about, is our future. Some people have actually said to me, angry, Nancy, they're like, you won't even be here anyway. Why do you care? I'm like, oh my gosh, that is horrifying. Let us grab our money and ruin the lands. And, of course we won't be here. But do we want to be the ones that destroyed all these lands? You know what I mean? It's just sad.
Yeah, it's horrible. And this isn't about today. It is about the future. And the next several generations will be affected by what happens with these.
Right. And there's so many people with land, houses, different things where when their property values plummet, we will still be around to be able to sue them. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And sue their pants off from the damages caused. So we are hoping that people will wake up and start to do this. Now, you were talking a little bit about how Real AZ and what a kind of a scam this has been.
It's a total scam. Real AZ, originally, many years ago when they started this thing and they were doing this and that, they were supposed to be helping counties out, bring in good businesses that fit for the county. That was their job. That was their duty. That's what they were supposed to be doing. And when these wind generators, the renewables popped up, well, they figured out real quick there's a whole lot more money can come to them, and it's a whole lot easier job. We don't have to go find anybody. All we got to do is make one phone call, and we got 10 people just waiting to go out there and make money and destroy the land. They gave up on anything compatible with the counties. They don't care. They want the easy way out, and they want the easy money.
Yeah, I heard from different, and I can't name them, of course, different city officials in different cities. This happened with 2 of them that said, we thought it was going to be about, we've been investing, we thought it was going to be about job creation and some real good job creators, right? And instead, everything was about renewables, and they were shopping for all these renewable companies and pushing all these renewables. And now a lot of things are off the old website. Of course, they're saying they're a casual organization now. They're not really there's all kinds of weird questions about that.
And the Arizona State Trust Land just ran right with them on this.
Katie Hobbs and all the extreme, and guys, you just have to know, this is Katie Hobbs and her state lands lady. There's 1 gal in there, and they're totally running shotgun over all of this. And I will tell you that Andy Biggs, that's running for governor to fill her seat, he's against these wind turbines, and he just goes on, and he's the one that's made us aware of some of the really bad things in that deal, that 98 they snuck in at the last, 98 billion in the last minutes. And he has some things that he really wants to do. And I'm praying we can get the Democrat-run top from our state out, and that can be a saving grace too. There could be some big saving. And I hear that, like that budget that we're supposed to be hearing on any time, she is sinking her heels in on all the Green New Life stuff on that budget. And Sylvia Allen, they're fighting, and Walt Blackman, they've been saying that she is being adamant about that Green Life stuff.
It's terrible. I mean, how can a state department get away with not even following their own regulations on what they do to the state property? I mean, that was set up almost as what AZ Real was supposed to be doing at the same time. They are supposed to be looking out and find something compatible with counties. It's gone. They got one thing in mind. That's it. Nothing else are they looking at. Get the wind generators out there. Get us money flowing. That's it. We don't care what the people think. We want that money.
Money, money, money. And it's just so sad. And where it's going. I mean, the mess that she's created, too. And, we don't know where most of the money has gone. I mean, fiscally, just totally irresponsible.
Yes.
And that's been a real tragedy. So I know I'm even shocked that she's running. But anyway, it is what it is. But I get off on those other tangents. Sorry. But other things like looking at this, what do you want people to know about the next few weeks ahead?
Well, with the this little bit of good news, the baby step that we got last night, it's more important than ever right now. And first off, I want to thank all the people out there that have been showing up. It's been great. But now more than ever, this is a time to get out. This gives us some more time to make a show of force out there. Keep coming. Keep telling people. Put the news out there. Where the Facebook thing has actually really been helping us out. There's getting a lot more information. We're seeing a lot of more new faces out there, and we can't stop this. It's not even close to being done yet. This little step helps us out to give us more time to tell our county people what they have to do and what the majority of the people want in this land.
Right, and that's the big thing is show up at all these things. And thank you to so many people who are showing up, because the bodies that show up and those children with the signs, that was the best.
Yep.
I mean, that says it all right there. And we're going to be posting that. I'll post that picture on my Facebook page too, and Stop Oliver Run will be sharing that and everything else too. And we just want to mention there's all these different things that you can attend, and please watch out. Like there's a community information session. You guys may have caught my show a few days ago for Navajo County residents, and we're calling this the No Authority Tour. And it's where Navajo County is saying they have no authority over these. They had no authority to change our ordinances or change planning and zoning, that they have no authority. And that one is going on today, and people are asking, please show up, and with a few homemade signs about saving our lands, okay, whatever you want to do. And it's a community information center, and it's going to be at the Arts Alliance in Show Low here, 251 North Penrod Road, the Arts Alliance at 2 o'clock today, 2 o'clock to 4 p.m. at the Arts Alliance. So if you want to show up with a couple of signs, make your voices heard against wind and solar, that you're asking a lot of folks, it's rolling all over on the internet, asking to be there today at 2 o'clock, or maybe ahead of time, 1 o'clock, fill the parking lot, right?
Yeah, come out and let them know what you think.
And the Arts Alliance, I just want to mention, they have no say on this. They have no feeling. They don't take any sides. The county owns their building. And so the county is using that for a meeting session. So they're not, the Arts Alliance isn't part of this. It's just the location for Navajo County and the county manager, Brian Layton, on the No Authorities tour, so that they have no authority. So if you want to show up to that one. That would be a good one. And what else? We're going to wait for that date.
Yeah.
The board, the listening session, right?
Yeah, we'll be keeping a close eye on that. When this comes up, they have to do their public notification to be able to vote on this. That should be coming out directly, and then normally they don't do any special sessions on that. It'll be one of their upcoming regular supervisors meeting it'll get put on that agenda. And when that comes out, please, people, you've been a great help. Keep helping us out. That will be one of the next big ones to get that moratorium approved, the final of it approved. Come out, go to the supervisor meeting. I know those are the hardest ones to get people to come to. It is early in the morning during the week, but do whatever you can to try to show up and just express your voice out there. That's what we need.
Flood. And also, maybe doing some active press conferences for the groups, right? Marches, protests, whatever, against this to be more visible. That would be a great thing too.
And there's other groups all the way around. There's a group in Vernon now that's working with us. I mean, they're gathering people up. There's people over in Concho gathering up. There's once the Triple Oaks thing came and they figured out how close.
yes, how close it all is.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing. I have asked many times, just FYI, I've begged the county, I begged them, I go, can you guys just come up with a map? Give us a map of where we would be safe to move, because there's another layer to this. There are people, I was talking to a realtor out there in Apache County, and he was telling me that, took a guy to show him, and they started to ask me about the wind turbines, and I go, well, they could kind of be anywhere. And the guy said, so it's kind of like landmines. I guess I'm not going to buy it out here. That's the thing, is that they need to produce a map of perspective, like possible places. Are there any safe zones where you could buy a property or live and not be under these wind turbines?
Well,
and they're not giving us any, clue.
Yeah, that's one thing we've been really working on with planning and zoning right now too, is to get a map out there. Not that we want any of them, but we still got to try. And if this thing goes bad, they got to have something in place so the whole county don't get destroyed.
Right. And please, have some smart planning.
Yes.
If it all was up along the I-40, all way up there somewhere, or if our Native American friends would take them, who knows? I mean, they seem to be voting for them, but not on their lands, which I'm hoping and praying that our Native American friends, because they love the land too.
Yes.
And I know that they don't want to see this destroyed.
Yeah.
And the Coconino Aquifer is so important. That's the scary thing.
And I don't understand why one of the things, what's planning on going up in here, especially in Apache County, are the biggest ones ever made.
Yeah. And
nobody in the county or the planning and zoning has even thought about saying, well, maybe if we take some and we get them down to 150 foot or smaller, or, something like that. 800 foot tall towers. I really wish I knew somebody or had somebody that, I know there's people out there, I don't know anything about it, that could actually take a map and produce a 3D picture
of what this scourge will look like.
Yeah,
exactly.
With the terrain and the 800, people would just probably drop their jaw to see that how far away these things are going to be seen.
How hideous it'll be. Exactly.
Yes.
And again, we have to warn everybody, and it's sad because it's like, who's going to want to live or travel? So our tourism is really at stake badly. That's the gateway to the the big, beautiful White Mountains is through that part of Apache County. And and the water, there's springs everywhere, guys. And these are going to be giant cancerous tumors all through the lands. It's just horrifying that we would do this to our state lands. It makes no sense that we do it to our state lands.
And I was going to bring one last thing up about the meeting last night that was brought up several times with the people and the commission board. There was a lot of things that brought up about certain studies that haven't been done. They need to be done. It's not part of the ordinance. It needs to be done. But of all things, the county people are saying, well, we don't have the money to pay for them studies. I said, what is wrong with you people? If you want a study done, these developers, they want to do this, they pay for it. They get the study done.
Right.
And they go outside independently to a company independent. Why in the world would you even think about having to pay for something that is needed for them?
Yeah, exactly.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Yeah, they should pay for it. They should have to pay for it. They also, in their contracts, guys, you need to have a managing operator sign on the contract to be responsible. I think the energy company that's going to be supporting, it needs to be in that contract.
Oh, yeah.
No one is on the contract. By the way, these counties are letting these contracts go willy-nilly. You just have a foreign builder on there and that's all we need, and just build them and put them up, and then they will never be used. When we get them any nuclear, they're obsolete. They never come out of the ground. There's no plan. It is so sad. It's a big old money grab.
It is.
They just have to build them. And I was talking to Congressman Andy Biggs about this. They just need to build them and get them in the ground, and they get their $98 billion.
Yep.
And that's it. And then they'll probably get a mini nuclear, and we just are left with all this trash.
Yeah.
It's so sad.
And the money they get already under the feds, they get that money plus a very good percentage for profit for doing it. So there's no reason why they should do anything else. And that's why they don't mind spending millions of dollars trying to buy people off just to get these things started.
Yep.
So what's another 0.5% less profit for them?
Right.
It's going to make us that much money, we'll pay.
Yeah, so sad. Okay, guys, you heard it. There's a moratorium, but we have to pay attention for these meetings for Apache County. At least we've got some things rolling in Apache County. And big congratulations to all the great citizens in Apache for showing up and doing their part. Mark Osterman, thank you so much, and keep us posted, okay?
You bet. Thanks
all
for
righty,
having me
everybody,
here.
keep it right here. iTalk 106.7 FM, the voice of the mountain.